guys, this is our first video on our new channel, and what we're doing on this channel is a school project where we get 20% of our time to work on any project we want, and we chose to do kind of a talk show podcast, and we're going to talk about discoveries in tech, humanity, and science. I'm Davis.
I'm Liam.
And yeah, we're going to be the host of the show. So in this episode, we'll be talking about the autonomous car.
More commonly known as the self-driving car, and the technology behind all of it.
The cars are able to sense the environment and navigate accordingly without a human input, which is so cool. I think, it's really came far from us having to, use these giant fuel-wasting cars, and now we're getting to really energy-efficient cars that can drive themselves, so it's pretty cool.
The sensors and actuators in an autonomous car fall into three broad categories. 1. Guidance and navigation.
Where you are, where you want to be, and how to get there.
2. Driving and safety.
Directing the vehicle, making sure the vehicle acts properly at all times and it follows the laws of the road.
And 3. Performance.
Managing the car's internal systems, just to make sure that everything is going good inside.
The car uses many different types of techniques, including GPS, laser light, and computer vision.
What the GPS does is it tracks the road and where they are so that the laser vision and the computer vision can concentrate more on the surroundings and its alertness of the rules of the road. It's a 2D layout almost of the world and the directions where you want to go.
What the computer vision does is it deals with processing, analyzing, and understanding digital images. It also extracts high-dimensional data from the real world in order to produce symbolic or numerical information. For example, forms of decisions.
The headlights of a self-driving car are referred to as LiDAR, L-I-D-A-R, sensors. LiDAR is a portmanteau of light and radar. A measuring instrument operates by repeatedly changing the wavelength of an optical device, so the detector will properly establish the sun sign between it bounces off an object and returns to the detector. Such wavelength changes the need precise manipulation of a mirror, or generally multiple mirrors, typically a separate device.
These mirrors back to back. However, at Berkeley, they developed a brand new choice. They figured out how to move the mirrors with the laser itself.
So, now we're just going to talk about our thoughts on autonomous cars and, personally, I think that maybe there should be a lower minimum age or, a separate license where you can drive an autonomous car or watch over it. Say, in case your parents go somewhere, but they don't drive you, they can set you up in the car and it can drive you there by yourself.
Personally, I think that these cars are going to be the cars of the future, because they're just fuel, they're economy saving in any way.
Yeah, some of these cars like the Tesla are even, electric, so it doesn't need gas at all. This is pretty good.
Yeah.
I think another thing of these cars is the reliability. That's a big issue here, and compared to, I think, since it's a growing industry and it's a new thing, say if there's one car crash, it would blow up way more in the news compared to a human car crash, because then people won't trust the robot, and it just makes a lot of problems, so they have to really perfect it, and that's what they've been trying to do.
Yeah, because it's a huge con having a new sort of opportunity to get somewhere, because when you have an electric car, you're not used to it. You're used to a gas car where you, because it's just normal. Having an electric car is new, it's different, it takes a while to get used to. So if there is a problem, it'll just be a lot more difficult for them to sell the idea. But if it works out fine, then it'll be easy for people to get the idea.
Yeah, and a lot of cities, they're making new places, instead of gas stations, where electric cars can charge for a bit of time, and say you're having dinner at a restaurant, you can plug it in and let it charge while you're eating, but it will cost you, but just, not as much. And as Liam was saying, since it's a new thing, you might forget to charge it overnight because you're used to just going out in the morning, getting gas or stuff like that. And yeah, so autonomous cars, I think that it's a new thing. I see a great opportunity in it. There's so many things that you could do with it, and I find it's just hard to wrap your head around how something that maybe 10 years ago people would have thought was impossible, say, oh, only humans can do that. And I think it's just cool how fast technology advances, and in 10 years we've already thought of something so innovational. And another topic is, what about taxis? Because I know Uber has started using autonomous cars in some places. And what's your thought on this? Do you think it's gonna kind of take over and take people's jobs? And do you think people are happy about it?
I think some people will be happy, but other people won't, because autonomous cars, that means that you don't have a driver, meaning that that is one less job. And in this day, there's so many people that everybody needs a job.
And do you think the reason some of these companies are doing it, do you think it's worth the extra amount of money that they're spending on an autonomous car compared to paying employee hourly?
I think it's worth paying just the car because it's not as expensive, because nowadays it's $1.20 for a liter of gas. It's a lot of expensive. Even last year it was 99 cents, and it's already gone up 20 cents. It's pretty crazy.
And yeah, what I'm still don't know is I hope that, because I don't use Uber or anything, but I hope that they have an option where if an autonomous car is available, you have to select that, because people would get angry if you just request an Uber and an autonomous car pulls up, and maybe you don't trust it or you don't feel safe with it, and then what would you do then? Just let the car go? Or yeah, so I really hope they have a feature like that. And yeah, so to wrap it up, I personally think autonomous cars have a great potential. They just have to really work to make it as perfect as possible. And yeah, I could really see these things becoming the big thing in the future.
Yeah.
Your thoughts?
I think this is the future. It'll be crazy if this happens. It's just there's quite a few flaws right now, and it's just confusing.
Yeah, but like any good invention, it takes a couple of years to really perfect it. Like Apple, the first year, it probably was terrible. So you really gotta take time to make sure it's good. So, thanks for watching. Hope you guys tune in the next week.